Hello students, welcome to Vidhan English classes. I am Vidhan Krishna, your English teacher. Today in this session, I am going to acquaint you all with a very important lesson from Vista's class 12th, the third level by Jack Finney. So without wasting any time, let's get started.
His best known works are science fiction and thrillers, including The Body Snatchers and Time and Again. He was mainly known for his contributions to the science fiction. He was a publisher and film producer's dream writer. The third level is a story about a 31-year-old man named Charlie. Besides this, it is a psychological story that refers to the subway. अब ये सबवे क्या है? सबवे का मतलब होता है रेल ट्रैक, रेल रोड. ट्रेन का नाम भी इसका मीनिंग हो सकता है, जैसे कि आम जीवन में विक्रमशिला एक्सप्रेस कहाँ तक जाती है भाई? भागलपुर से दिल्ली तक. तो सबवे इस तरह हम लोग को समझना है. At the Grand Central Railway Station, which takes passengers to Galesburg. So ये सबवे कहाँ तक जाती है? Galesburg तक. In addition, this subway becomes the interconnection between the narrator's harsh reality and fantasy. The story also dwells on the theme of escapism, not only as a psychological refuge from the grim realities of the present day world, but also as a desire to stay with the past or to keep the past alive in the complexities of the present. सो ये स्टोरी यह भी बतलाती है कि भाई escapism क्या होता है. जीवन के दुख से भागना, जीवन के दुख से भागना, और सिर्फ साइकोलॉजिकल रिफ्यूज के रूप में नहीं, बट रियलिटी से भागना. जो प्रेजेंट में रियलिटी है वर्ल्ड में, प्रेजेंट में रियलिटी क्या है? दुख है, फरेब है, धोखा है, स्वार्थ है, वगैरह वगैरह. एंड इन दिस लेसन जो हमारा मेजर प्रोटोगनिस्ट है, मेन प्रोटोगनिस्ट है चार्ली, वो भी डिज़ायर करता है टू स्टे विद द पास्ट, कि हम पास्ट में चले जाएं. वहाँ जीवन कितना सरल था, कितना शांत था इन कंपेयर टू मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड लिविंग. तो हम लोग देखते हैं कि वो भागना चाहता है कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज़ ऑफ लाइफ से, जो हमारे प्रेजेंट में कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज़ ऑफ लाइफ है. तब कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज़ प्रेजेंट वर्ल्ड का क्या है? जेलसी, राइवलरिज्म, वॉर, इनसिक्योरिटी, टेंशन, स्ट्रेस, सेल्फिशनेस, jealousy, enmity, and we don't want to see people progressing. These are the common complexities of present day world. So the modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, and worries. Charlie just wants to escape. So he wanders into the fanciful world of 1894, which is much away फ्रॉम द हार्श रियलिटीज ऑफ लाइफ. 1894 का जीवन कैसा होगा? शांत, सरल. लोग भी सरल ही होंगे. ज़्यादा साइंस डेवलप उस समय नहीं हुआ था. मेटेरियलिस्टिक अप्रोच लोगों का उतना कह सकते हो आसमान पे नहीं था. चार्ली वॉन्ट्स टू escape in that era. Isn't it interesting? Now students, let us know what the title expression the third level means or implies. Means a mystery, a medium of escape from the harsh reality of life. The harsh reality of the modern life is fear of losing something, maybe job, position, relationship, wealth, etc. Insecurity in job, self-status, and positions that we hold in public life. Each and every human being in the modern world feels insecure in their economic and social field. People in general wishes to avoid all these harsh reality and always seeks a medium for mental peace. Students, the modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, and worries. In the story, Charlie, the main protagonist, too is tensed, depressed, unhappy, inwardly, owing to modern way of materialistic oriented living, where human emotions, compassion, fellow feeling has taken a backseat. In the story, Charlie too has lost all his peace of mind, therefore, always try to seek freedom from today's hustle and bustle of life, and this occurs to him in natural and unpretended manner. One day, Charlie got a chance to encounter such a medium, and he gets a chance to escape from the harsh realities of life at the grand central station that he always cherished unknowingly in his deep conscience. For Charlie, Grand Central Station of New York has three levels. Actually, there are only two levels. There do not exist any third level. Students, the modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, and worries. Students, you must be aware of the fact we can be eliminated within moments. The use of atomic bombs and other fatal munitions have made our life like a hell. We do not have safety. The crimes are increasing day by day. There is utter chaos, confusion, terror, unemployment, rivalryism in the society. So the mind of everyone has got stuck in the midst of tension and fear. There is so much violence, selfishness, and hatred in the world that none is ready to see the other progressing. There is constant competition of manufacturing, hoarding, and developing dangerous weapons. Thus, harsh realities of life make our living quite unpleasant and bitter. So, Charlie tried to overcome them through daydreaming and wishful thinking. Charlie, the major protagonist in the lesson, just wants to escape. So he wanders into the fanciful world of 1894, which is much away from the harsh realities of life. Charlie uses the third level on Grand Central Station as a medium of escape. Consequently, Charlie wants to escape in the old world, which is which his psychiatrist friend Sam calls it just a waking dream wish fulfillment. जब चार्ले को ऐसा लगा the experience at Grand Central Station that third level also exists, he calls on to his friend Sam, who is a psychiatrist. और वो कहता है कि भाई ये कुछ भी नहीं है, ये एक तरह की बीमारी है मेंटल जो तुम सफ़र करना शुरू कर दिए हो बिकॉज ऑफ स्ट्रेस ऑफ मॉडर्न लिविंग. ये कुछ भी नहीं है, इट इज़ जस्ट अ वेकिंग ड्रीम विश फुलफिलमेंट. सैम कॉल्स इट जस्ट अ वेकिंग ड्रीम विश फुलफिलमेंट. एक तरह का बीमारी तुम्हें हो गया है कि आँख खुले हैं, डे ड्रीम में रहते हो. ये सब इसलिए हो रहा है बिकॉज यू आर अनेबल टू काउंटर टुडेज स्ट्रेस, मॉडर्न डे लिविंग स्ट्रेस. His friend Sam did not believe it and said that it was the product of his imagination only. He called it a waking dream wish fulfillment. At first, Sam did not believe in the whim of the third level, but deep in his heart, he wanted to believe in this fantasy because it seemed to him very interesting. क्योंकि वो भी आज के ज़माने का व्यक्ति था, मॉडर्न लिविंग का, एंड ही टू वॉज स्ट्रेस्ड, ही टू वॉज सफरिंग. ही बट दिस आइडिया नेवर केम टू हिम, थर्ड लेवल आइडिया, वे टू escape. He knew that Charlie was not right, but he wished Charlie to be right. And then slowly he started finding the reality in a whim and got trapped himself. जो कल तक सिखा रहा था भाई ऐसा कोई थर्ड लेवल नहीं होता है, डोंट ट्राई टू escape फ्रॉम द रियलिटी ऑफ लाइफ, वो खुद ट्रैप हो जाता है. एंड ही रीचेस गेल्सबर्ग, द ओल्ड विलेज टाइप प्लेस beautiful place full of peace and serenity. Now Sam had been living at Galesburg for 2 weeks, where people had been enjoying a romantic life. He asked Charlie and Louisa to go there. Now, students, the third level writer Jack Finney, a brief summary. The story moves in the modern times and the period of 1890 or something. The main character in the story is Charlie, a man of 31 years. He often travels to his place of working through the subway passageway of Grand Central Station. Here, there are only two levels from where the trains leave for different destinations. The timetables and railway officials mention only these two levels. But one day Charlie discovers a third level, which is quite different from the other two levels. Here people have dressed themselves in the manner used by the people in 1890s. Tickets are bought in the old currency of that period. The modern currency is not valid there. The engines of the trains are the old locomotives of that old time. One can travel from here to anywhere in the United States of America. Charlie wants to buy two tickets for Galesburg from here. But Charlie did not have the old currency of the 1980s with him. The booking clerk did not accept the modern currency from him. So the other day Charlie managed to get some old style currency to buy two tickets for Galesburg, one for his wife and the other for himself. Then he goes to the Grand Central Station, but he finds no third level there. So we find the story moving around a fantasy and reality. Charlie further in his dream, or you can say fantasy, he had seen that the Grand Central Station is growing like a tree. He finds new corridors and staircases coming out in front of him. He compares them to the roots of a tree, which are often invisible. Everything was quite different at the third level for Charlie. The room was smaller, there were fewer ticket windows, the lights were dim and flickering because they were open flame gas lights. There were brass spittoons on the floors. People were dressed in the old style of the year 1890 something. They wore derby hats and four-buttoned suit with small lapels. Men had beard, side whiskers and mustaches. So after failing to get tickets to Galesburg, Charlie came back his home and he shared his feeling with his wife. His wife got very frightened and she took him to his friend Sam, who was a psychiatrist. Sam did not believe it and said that it was the product of his imagination only. He called it a waking dream wish fulfillment. सैम ऑल्सो सेज दैट तुम्हारा जो स्टैम्प कलेक्शन का हैबिट है वो भी है प्रेजेंट वर्ल्ड से भागने का एक तरीका. दैट इज ऑल्सो एन एक्सक्यूज टू पास इन टू द वर्ल्ड ऑफ इमेजिनेशन. दिस इज अ डिजीज. प्लीज गेट रिड ऑफ ऑल दिस थिंग्स. नथिंग इज रॉन्ग विथ यू. कम ऑन. बट चार्ली defends himself from the allegation of escaping from the real world. He admits that it is a temporary refuge from reality. He adds that his grandfather was also in the habit of collecting stamps. Life was peaceful and without much problems then. There was no need of escaping from real life in those days. So we see that Charlie must have been a victim of stress and anxiety. That's why unknowingly he developed a habit of slipping into the world of the third level. He must have had some dormant hidden desire of such a platform from where one could go anywhere in the USA. That was the reason he wished to purchase two tickets for Galesburg. But in fact, students, Sam too became victim of stress and anxiety later on in the lesson, and he reaches the third level. And the idea of third level he had got from Charlie. So when Sam reached the third level and landed in Galesburg, he became part of a 100-year-old world, the year 1894. A world devoid of the modern media of communication. He had to depend only on postal system, but there was no link between his old world and Charlie's present world because Charlie never entered third level after that. He could not even visualize or reach third level. We see Sam did not believe in the whim of the third level, but deep in his heart he wanted to believe in this fantasy. He knew that Charlie was not right, but he wished Charlie to be right, and then slowly he started finding the reality in a whim and got trapped. That's the interesting part of the lesson. So, students, now the main idea of the lesson. Students, there are many ways to fight these types of stress. There are so many ways we can fight stress and anxiety of the modern world. Jack Finney wants to convey that people can do creative writing and lose themselves in imagination. They can enjoy the beauties of nature. They can make several hobbies like listening to music, dancing, painting, and gardening. But they should not become habitual or non desirable habits like drinking wine and taking drugs or intoxicants. Modern world is full of insecurity, fear, terror, anxiety, stress. Now, the theme of the lesson, the third level, signifies an escape from the modern world that is full of insecurity, fear, war, worry, and all the rest of it. People in general wishes to escape from the harsh realities of life. I hope you understood the lesson. Please watch the part 2 of the third level, which comprise of important questions and answers from the lesson. For more interesting video, do subscribe to my channel Vidhan English Classes. Like, share and comment. Thank you for watching.